Hello and welcome again to some more kids yoga. My name is Miss Niki. I am the owner of Anchored Heart Kids Yoga, and I am delighted that you are here to practice yoga with me today. Well, today is session 3. We've been talking about compassion, and today it's all about how compassion helps us love ourselves. One way we show ourselves love is by being gentle and kind to ourselves, forgiving of ourselves, and our heart, soul, mind, and strength. For example, maybe we make a mistake, and in our mind we go, oh, that was so stupid of me, or I'm just so terrible at that. Well, that's not being very gentle or compassionate or kind to ourselves, and that's not very loving to ourselves either. So instead, maybe we might say, well, it's okay that I made a mistake. I'm learning and I can try again. That's a lot kinder and a lot gentler. So if this is your first time joining us for yoga, welcome. If you can breathe and if you're awake, you can do yoga. So we're gonna first of all just kind of wiggle in our seat. Maybe you're sitting on some yoga mats like I am, or maybe you're on a hard floor or a carpet. Any of that's great. Any of that's totally fine. And we're gonna rub our hands. Maybe listen to how that sounds. Maybe notice how your hands feel. And we're gonna do our Rub Your Hands song. And if you'd like to sing along with me, you can. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. 2 more, just like that. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. And maybe you can make this your biggest breath of the day. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. Then we're gonna put our hands right down by our side, and we're gonna do 3 circle breaths. And they look like this. As you breathe in, hands circle up and touch. As you breathe out, feel your hands press together. 2 more. As you breathe in, feel your hands touch. As you breathe out, feel your palms press together. 1 more. As you breathe in, hands touch. As you breathe out, feel your palms press together. And then maybe you'd like to shake out one hand. Maybe shake out the other hand. Maybe shake both hands. Maybe you want to shake them up high. Maybe down low. Maybe to the side. Maybe to the other side. And then maybe you'd like to get everything involved for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in our crisscross yoga sauce or easy pose. 1 more circle breath as you breathe in. Hands touch as you breathe out. Feel your palms press together. And then we're gonna wiggle those fingers. And then with your thumb to your pinky, your thumb to your ring finger, your thumb to your middle finger, and your thumb to your pointer finger, we're going to tap. Tap, 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 tap. Or maybe you'd rather tap your thumb to all 4 of your fingers like a crab. Tap, 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 tap. You choose. What do you want to do today? All right, maybe roll one shoulder back. Maybe roll the other shoulder back. Get those fingers up, give them a little wiggle, and we're gonna say, I love myself. We're gonna say that 2 times out loud, 2 times as a whisper, and then just 2 times in our mind. All right, here we go. I love myself. I love myself. Can we whisper it? I love myself. I love myself. And then, just in our mind. On the count of 3, ready? Oh, and then maybe shake out those hands. Yeah, we can love ourselves by doing yoga, by drinking our water, by getting good sleep, by having good thoughts about ourselves, by having kind thoughts about ourselves. There's so many good ways that God wants us to love ourselves. He wants us to love Him, and He wants us to be kind and gentle and forgiving for ourselves. All right, so are you ready? When you're ready, we're gonna come up and get all the way up onto our feet, all the way up, growing nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back into our mountain pose. Maybe wiggle those toes, feel them on the floor. Maybe wiggle those fingers. Yeah, let's do one big mountain breath. As you breathe in, lift the top of your head up toward the ceiling. As you breathe out, notice your feet on the floor. All right, we're gonna breathe in now and we're gonna lift our arms up nice and high. As you breathe in, wiggle those fingers. And then as you breathe out, bend your knees and bring your fingers down to the floor. Maybe you can notice the top of your head's hanging down towards the floor. And we're gonna come up into what's called chair. And for chair, we're gonna sit back and lift our arms so we look like this. So we look like this, yeah, just like that. And you can pretend whatever kind of chair you'd like. Oop, if you fall out, you just come back in. Pretend whatever kind of chair you'd like. Maybe you're sitting in a throne, or a tiny little kindergarten chair, or a gaming chair. And we're gonna do 3 chair breaths. So as you breathe in, we're gonna lift those hands up towards the ceiling, and then as you breathe out, sit down just a little bit lower. Okay, let's do 2 more. As you breathe in, lift those fingers up toward the ceiling. As you breathe out, sit a little bit lower. Oh, wiggle your fingers if you feel your body working. Yeah, all right, 1 more time. As you breathe in, lift your fingers toward the sky. As you breathe out, bend those knees and fold forward with your fingers touching the ground. The top of your head is just kind of dropping down towards the ground. And on your next breath in, when you are ready, we're gonna come back up into our mountain pose. As you breathe in, reaching those hands up high. As you breathe out, hands down to your side. Oh, and we're gonna listen to our breath. We're gonna listen to our breath. 3 listen to your breaths. Maybe you can notice your heart beating or hear the sound of the air coming in and out of your nose. As you breathe in, feel your body lift. As you breathe out, maybe wiggle those toes. 2 more. Your breath in, your breath out, your breath in, your breath out. And then we're gonna melt, 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 melt all the way down to our hands and our knees. And we are gonna do our cow pose. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. So I've got my feet pointed and flat on the floor. I've got my hands like starfish right in front of me. And as you breathe in, lift your chin toward the ceiling, drop just your belly towards the floor. Moo, right? As you breathe out, back to your tabletop. And then we're gonna do our cat pose, like a meow. So as you breathe in, we're gonna stay in our tabletop. So we're gonna be just like this, nice and strong. As you breathe in, nice and strong in tabletop. As you breathe out, tuck your chin and press your hands into the floor and lift those shoulders up to the ceiling. Kind of like a Halloween cat. Meow. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna come face you now. We're gonna do 3 cat cows. 3 cat cows. All right, here we go. As you breathe in, lift your chin, drop your belly. As you breathe out, tuck your chin, push away from the floor. As you breathe in, tilt your chin and drop your belly. As you breathe out, tuck your chin and lift those shoulders up towards the ceiling. 1 more time. As you breathe in, tilt that chin. I'm actually looking at the sky. As you breathe out, tuck your chin and press that shoulders up towards the ceiling. And then come on, go ahead and sit back on your knees in what's called hero's pose. Maybe shake out one hand, maybe shake out the other hand, and we're gonna do flock of birds breath. So flock of birds breath looks like this. As you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, bring those arms down like a bird's wing, kind of like a bird's wings. Yeah. So we're gonna do 3 flock of birds. So as you breathe in, hands touch. As you breathe out, fingers maybe touch the floor. 2 more. As you breathe in, hands touch. As you breathe out, maybe those fingertips touch the floor. All right, 1 more. As you breathe in, hands touch. As you breathe out, fingertips touch the floor. All right, we're gonna make our way to our seat because we're gonna do what's called boat pose. Yeah, so in boat pose, we're gonna have our feet flat on the ground. Let me move back so you can see my feet flat on the ground. Our knees are bent. Maybe wiggle a little bit and find a comfortable spot. Reaching behind our knees and pretending there's a string right here on our chest pulling us up toward the ceiling. I'm outside, so I'm getting pulled up toward the sky. We're gonna just kind of tilt back. And now we're a boat. Maybe you'd like to let go. Maybe you'd like to lift your legs. Or maybe you'd like to be just here. You can even come down if you need to. Like you're rocking, right? Yeah. And so in boat pose, we're going to lower and come back up like we're rowing our boat. So row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat. Don't forget to breathe. Are we ready? Are we ready? All right. So we're gonna take a big breath in and then row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat and don't forget to breathe. All right. Let's do that 1 more time. Ready? As you breathe in, coming into your boat pose, here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Big breath. Row, row, row your boat and don't forget to breathe. Oh, nice and strong. You can join me in your crisscross yoga sauce, crisscross applesauce, and maybe, or actually, let's bring our toes to the floor and let's give ourselves a big, loving hug right here. So as you breathe in, lift the top of your head up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, squeeze your knees in really tight and say to yourself that you just give yourself tons of love. Let's do 1 more. Ready? As you breathe in, lifting the top of your head up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, giving a nice big hug. And if you'd like, you can try a little balance. Try a little balance. And we're gonna do 1 more big squeeze. As you breathe in, nice and tall. As you breathe out, big squeeze. Oh, back to our crisscross yoga sauce. Yes, just gently, gently rock, rock, rock. Maybe roll 1 shoulder back. Maybe roll the other shoulder back. Sitting nice and tall. We're gonna do our anywhere breath. So let me see those fingers. Yeah. So we're gonna set them on our knees. And as you breathe in, give a gentle squeeze. As you breathe out, release your hands. We're gonna do 2 more just like that. It's called anywhere breath because you could be standing in line, you could be sitting in your car, maybe it's super quiet and you're taking a test and you feel really nervous and you need to take a breath. You can do anywhere breath. So 2 more just like that. As you breathe in, gentle squeeze, or maybe a tight squeeze. As you breathe out, let those hands go. So whatever kind of squeeze you need for that moment. As you breathe in, give it a squeeze. As you breathe out, gently let go. All right, well, we're gonna end our special yoga session right now with a positive saying and 3 circle breaths. So if you would like, you can join me by putting your hands on your head, and you can say to yourself or out loud or just in your mind if you would like, may there be love for myself in my thoughts. And then we're gonna put our hands around our mouth. May there be love for myself in my words. And then we're gonna put our hands over our heart. May there be love for myself in my heart. 3 circle breaths as you breathe in. Hands touch as you breathe out. Feel your palms press together. 2 more as you breathe in. Big love for yourself as you breathe out. Remember God's big love for you. 1 more time, you might want to look up towards your hands as you breathe in. Being gentle and kind and forgiving. Press those hands as you breathe out. Full of love for yourself, for God, for others. And I love to end my class with Namaste, which means the light in me sees and recognizes and honors the light in you, but it also sees and honors and recognizes the goodness and the kindness and the love in you too. So, Namaste. And I'll see you back here for session 4.